Hey, we're in the middle of a Venus-Mars balsamic conjunction between now and January 10th of 2026. What does it mean? It means that a relationship is ending. A dynamic of relationship is coming to the final pages. We are reading the final pages in the book of a relationship right now. This book started in February of 2024, if we are going by the chronological clock. That is because February of 2024 is the last time that Venus and Mars made a conjunction to each other. Conjunction. Okay, so since February of 2024, Venus and Mars have been in a relationship to each other. Venus moves faster than Mars. So Venus has been going around, Mars has been, following. And at some point, Venus was like, okay, I'm actually opposing you now. I'm opposing you and I'm going all the way and I'm going to meet you again and I'm going to pass you again. So Venus will pass Mars again in January. But what's very interesting and cool that's happening right now and over the next several lunar cycles we're having till the end of this year, until January, is that the Venus-Mars balsamic conjunction is basically enclosing the sun. And that's going to be the case at the Sagittarius new moon. It's also going to be the case at the Gemini full moon. The sun will still be enclosed. And what I read of this is basically like whatever relationship dynamic we're in right now in our life, it's kind of like hugging us. It's kind of like squeezing us. Like if you look at the chart, it's like Venus is on one side, early degrees of Scorpio. Mars is on one side, early degrees of Sagittarius. Sun is in the middle, the late degrees of Scorpio now, or like mid degrees of Scorpio now. And like it's only going to get tighter and tighter of a squeeze before mid-January, when all of the planets actually conjunct each other. And again, what I'm feeling right now is this mixed between the balsamic phase of Venus and Mars, which, like I said, is the end of a relationship. It's the final pages of a chapter, or rather, I would probably say it's the final pages of a book in a certain relationship dynamic, and that includes people outside of you, and it also includes how you relate to yourself. Okay, so we have this balsamic phase, which is the ending, and it feels like you can't. Every time you try to grasp it, it's like water. It falls through your fingers. It might be there. You might be able to like bathe in it, right? But you can't grasp it. It's something else now. You know what I mean? It's going through. It's in a cocoon. It will come out of its cocoon in January. It's in a cocoon. Doesn't mean you don't have it. It just means you can't grasp it. Okay, and it's interesting. It's very interesting because it's also squeezing the sun. Okay, so we're in this simultaneous, like, how are we being squeezed by water? How can water squeeze you? And it doesn't necessarily feel like the best thing in the world, because it's like there's an amount of pressure that this relationship dynamic is putting on your sun, your creativity. And I think it's a good, pressure is always good. I like pressure because it forces you to like move, like do something, okay? I came up with this idea. I just took a run on a treadmill and I was like, I love the colors that I'm wearing right now. I love these like cadmium orange pants, and I love painting with cadmium orange, and I also like make paint that's this color out of stones. And I was like, wow, okay, anyway. And I'm very excited to like make more clear videos about how the Venus-Mars conjunction and the balsamic phase they're in right now is really putting pressure on how we know ourselves and our creative solar identity right now. So I think that's very cool. I think it's very cool. I think it's very fun. And there's just like this simultaneous letting go, not grasping, but also like while you're letting go, while you're not grasping, while you're allowing this big thing to come to an end, you're feeling the pressure. You're feeling the pressure. And you're like, oh, I need to be somebody. I need to be my son. I need to do my thing. And what I can say is the last conjunction in February of 2024, which begot this current cycle we are in and the current cycle finishing, that was in Aquarius, and that was with Pluto. Okay, that was really hard. We've been in a really like complex relational field since February of 2024, and we're letting it go now. And I think that's probably probably what we're feeling. We also had Venus and Mars both go retrograde in this cycle. So there's just been like, whoosh, the dynamics of like how you're open and what you're going for have not been clear this year. And we don't need to even say that. We know this on a world stage with the outer planets, Saturn-Neptune conjunction, their balsamic conjunction. Interesting that the Venus-Mars-Sun conjunction that brings them all into a new phase with each other, that'll happen before the Saturn-Neptune conjunction happens in February, which to me kind of signals that like we will be reestablishing our relational fields in a way that will be concrete and fit us. And that's going to precede this much larger structural shift of creating the dream. But it's all happening really within the same 2-month period. And because the upcoming conjunction in January is going to happen in the sign of Capricorn, that means that each of the planets is also going to pass Pluto again in the early stage of their relationship to each other, basically in that new phase of the conjunction. They will pass Pluto at the early degrees of Aquarius, which kind of puts each of these elements, the Venus, Mars, Sun element, puts it all into like a bit of a death and rebirth very quickly into the start of this relationship, whereas this last cycle we're coming out of right now, the conjunction to Pluto that both Venus and Mars made, they made it before they conjuncted each other, which is to say they conjuncted Pluto in the balsamic phase before they made their relationship start again. Okay, hope this makes sense. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like to wear your favorite colors too. These are all very Venus-Mars things, by the way, right? Like what's your preference and whatnot. But I just had to do this, so I hope you love it and have a great day.